Hello there, everyone. If you're watching this video, then you are part of the TTOR army, an army that is building itself up one subscriber at a time. Now, before we get into the subject matter of today's video, I'd like to bring a couple of things to your attention. If you're watching me here on YouTube, but you don't like YouTube for all the draconian, censorious stuff that they do, and you want to follow me on a YouTube alternative, well then you can follow me on Rumble. Rumble is a YouTube alternative that has been around, I think, since 2012, 2013, but it started to get attention and traction in 2019, 2020, when popular conservative commentators started using the platform and promoting it. Eventually, Evil Orange Man himself bought Rumble, and his media company currently owns it. And it is the biggest of the YouTube alternatives in the whole universe of YouTube alternatives that now exist. And since a lot of people are using Rumble now, I decided to start investing more into my Rumble channel. I'm getting good views relative to my follower count on Rumble, and my follower count is steadily growing. We've gone from, I think, 5 to 49 followers over the last couple of months. If you want to help me grow on Rumble, feel free to follow my Rumble channel and start watching my videos there and start sharing out my Rumble videos. But if you don't like Rumble either because of some of the terms of service and community guidelines they have that are similar to YouTube's, well then I got good news for you. I have my own open source alt tech alternative to YouTube called Quarter, which you can see right here on screen. Quarter has a lot of the features that you would expect to see on YouTube, such as HD video upload capacity, including 4K, live streaming, free restreaming, public playlists, etc. But it also has features that YouTube doesn't have, like Quarter Bucks, an insight currency that you can use to promote your individual videos or your entire channel on the front page of the site. And you earn these Quarter Bucks by getting views on your videos. There's also video chat rooms where you can chat with people via video call, and you can also stream to your channels from these rooms. And there's also articles that you can write on your channels, which are similar to community posts on YouTube, but way more robust as far as what you can actually put in these posts, which includes embedding videos not just from Quarter, but any site you want, as long as you have the proper embed code. So Quarter is a feature-rich alternative to YouTube, and it champions freedom of speech in a way that YouTube doesn't, mainly not censoring you on topics that would get you insta-banned on YouTube, or at least get your videos removed on YouTube. So if you're looking for a YouTube alternative that is truly about freedom of speech and is feature-rich and functional, get on Quarter today. Now, with that being said, let's get into the topic of today's video, which is Laura Loomer. If you have been following me recently, you know that I recently did a TTOR show episode where, among other topics, me and Brett Keane and Seeking the Truth responded to Laura Loomer attacking married women, basically saying that married women had boring loser lives simply because they were married women. We criticized that position in our video live stream that we did, but I'm a fair man, and as I pointed out in the stream, I have a lot of respect for Laura Loomer, even though I felt she's horrifically wrong about her comments regarding married women. And as proof of this, well, I came across someone lying about Laura Loomer who refused to apologize after the lie was exposed and brought to their attention. So here on X, there is an account called DeSantis People, which is a blue check-marked account, which means they bought Twitter blue, but according to their bio, they're not an official account for Ron DeSantis and his campaign people. It's basically a Ron DeSantis fan or fans that run this account. So the Ron DeSantis people said, Laura Loomer isn't a Republican. So Laura Loomer responds, been registered as a Republican since 2/6/2012 when I was 18. I turned 18 the same day I graduated from high school, May 21st, 2011. I registered to vote when I moved to Florida for college. Have never been registered as anything else. Are there any more lies Team DeSantis would like to tell about me today? And then Laura Loomer provides a screenshot of her voter information where you can clearly see that she's a registered Republican in Florida and that she registered as one all the way back in February of 2012, just like she said. All right, seems like she disproved what this tweet said. So, a person named Joe Ma said to DeSantis People, the Ron DeSantis People, "Will you issue a retraction and apology?" And the Ron DeSantis People said in response, "Nope." Which my jaw hit the floor the first time I read that. I'm like, wait a minute. She literally just proved, with pictures, that she's been a registered Republican since 2012 when she was first able to register as anything. And their response is, no, we're not going to issue a retraction and apology for our blatant lie about Laura Loomer not being a Republican, even though she proved that she's been one since 2012. So I said in response, Laura literally just proved in your comments that she has been a registered Republican since 2012, and you refuse to apologize for telling such a blatant lie? You are behaving exactly like the Democrats do when they get caught in a lie. And Andrew Torba, the CEO of Gab, behaves in the same way. When you catch a Democrat in a lie, or you catch Andrew Torba communicating falsehood, and you're able to prove it to their face and bring it to their attention, they don't apologize and issue a retraction. No, they just ignore you. And if you keep doing this, you keep bringing up their lies to their attention and proving them wrong, they eventually just block you so that they can ignore you forever. And that's exactly what the Ron DeSantis People account is doing here. They are literally lying about Ron DeSantis' political opposition, mainly Laura Loomer, and when Laura Loomer and everyone else points out how horrifically wrong their claim is and that they should issue a retraction and apology, they flat out say, no, we're not going to apologize and issue a retraction for telling such a blatant lie about Laura Loomer. We're going to stick with what we said, even though it's demonstrably false. Democrats do the same thing, except they don't even acknowledge that they're wrong. They just flat out ignore you and keep repeating the lie over and over and over and over and over until people just leave them alone. And that's how the lies stick, is they just blatantly ignore all the people exposing the lies. The Ron DeSantis People are operating in the same way. Now, Laura Loomer had a more detailed response to what the Ron DeSantis People said. She said, now an official Ron DeSantis account is attacking me saying I'm not a Republican. Now, I will have to say right here, Laura, technically, their account makes it clear that they are not an official Ron DeSantis account, not just because of what they say in the bio, but their pinned tweet from June 30th clearly says they're not an official Ron DeSantis account. So unless you know something, Laura, that we don't, it seems like you're erroneous on that. But I do agree with the rest of what she says. What am I? A Democrat because I don't want to vote for your socially challenged, corrupt, and disingenuous candidate who belongs in hell? I'm registered as a Republican, but I'm a constitutional conservative and I'm America first. I am a nationalist, which makes me much more right-wing than DeSantis and all of his moronic, low IQ supporters. Much better than a Republican. I'm only registered Republican so I can vote in the primary and take the corruption in the party down from within. And I'm open about it. Unlike you and Ron DeSantis, I am honest. Other than that, the party is dead to me because it's rotten and corrupt to its core. Let it collapse. And I 1000% agree with Laura Loomer about the corruption of the GOP, the Republican Party. The Republican Party, the GOP at this point, is, as far as their platform and the things that they say and do, they are exactly like the Democrats were 10 years ago. Basically, however far left the Democrats go, the Republicans eventually follow them to those positions, but they usually wait about 5 to 10 years before they go to those positions. And then they can say, see, I'm not as far left as those guys. And so the end result is that the Democrats keep going further and further left, more insane, more authoritarian, and the Republicans just take the talking points of today and wait 5 to 10 years to adopt today's talking points as being what they believe and what they espouse, And by the time they start espousing the things that Democrats are saying today, the Democrats have gone even further left. And what happens at this point, if people keep following this two-party sham, this uniparty, is that eventually everyone becomes a degenerate atheist. Eventually everybody becomes a rebel against God, who's all into all the degenerate things that the Democrat Party engages in. That's what's going on right now. The GOP is literally no different than the Democrats. They're just slightly less corrupt. But don't worry, in about 5 to 10 years, all of the insane stuff that the Democrats are saying today as their party platform, in about 5 to 10 years, those will be the GOP platform unless a major reformation of the GOP happens. You can count on it. And to anyone out there who might be thinking to themselves that I'm simping for Laura Loomer, my live stream that I did recently where I criticized her for attacking married women kind of proves that I'm not simping for her. I simply give her credit when credit is due, and I criticize her when criticism is due. Fortunately for Laura Loomer, times where I have to criticize her are minimal because she is able to back up a lot of the things she says with evidence. And even if I would have phrased things differently than her, she's right on a lot of the things she says, and she does good work as a journalist, so I have a lot of respect for her in that regard, and as a result, I'm willing to defend her when she needs to be defended, but I am willing to criticize her when she needs to be criticized. And hopefully, she doesn't have a problem with that. And with that, I'm done with this video. I'm going to go ahead and start working on other things. Have a good day, everybody. See you next time.